So what are some of the biggest bombshell findings that you have seen in the files that you have uncovered?
Yesterday was pretty monumental for me, and I know some people have already covered it, but I read the journal entry of one of the victims, and it basically it's a little bit of poetry. She has it written in code, but she basically describes over a short period of time pregnant 3 times,
Ugh.
and describes each time the baby was forced out of her. One baby was 4 pounds 10 ounces. It did not seem like she was in delivery.
Oh
It
my
seemed like they
gosh.
were inducing her.
Uh-huh.
She described it as having to when your tummy hurts and you have to push.
Mhm.
She used the word tummy.
Mm.
She was baby.
Yeah.
And so she described, basically it didn't work out the first time, and Epstein was really mad. There was a lot of screaming, and he said, "Don't worry, we'll get it done in a couple months." And then she said he was right. In a couple months, there were 2 pink lines.
Oh my gosh.
So he was doing IVF or these girls,
Mhm.
and probably a lot of others. So that was horrifying to me. And then the part that really got me was that Maxwell was there the whole time covering her eyes, saying, "Don't look." But each time she did look, and she would see the baby's hand or the baby's foot.
Oh my god.
And she said that she would hear the baby cry. Now, this is the part where you can say it's conspiracy or not. I don't know. Each time these girls were allowed to hold the baby for 10 or 15 minutes and give them the initial, what do we call it? Breast milk?
Mhm.
What
Like latching the colostrum?
yeah, colostrum.
Mhm.
Why were they allowed to hold that baby for 10 to 15 minutes and then the baby was taken and they never saw the baby again?
Mm.
Where are all these babies? Is
Mhm.
a really good question.
Yeah.
So that's where you get into this idea of, well, there are many books on cannibalistic rituals of that being a very, I don't know, very hormonal, it can give you youth if you eat intestines when that, what is it called again?
Colostrum.
Colostrum is present in the intestines.
Mhm.
Also, so we have that, but also we have abortion-like rooms everywhere Epstein was. We have abortion specialists, doctors.
And this is proven.
Oh, yes. The emails are, "When they're coming, I need you." The emails change over time. The names are in line. She names Dr. M. There's a Dr. Mark Landon that was brought to the island frequently. He's a fertility specialist. The names all line up. Virginia Giuffre said in her book that he was absolutely obsessed with fertility. He still has his cryo chamber and his sperm active today. But what changes a lot is that they start asking to go to the dentist a lot. And then the dentist starts to come to them, and everyone needs a dental cleaning. And he wants to see photos before and after the dentist.
Uh-huh.
These are abortions.
Mhm.
Now, and this sounds again so wild, right? But in my experience, 20 years with criminals, these are words they use. They
Yeah.
don't use, they know, right?
Well, you've worked with some of the worst of the worst, and I know we didn't do a ton of your background in the beginning of this episode, but just to give the listeners a little bit of context too, you have worked with some of the worst sex offenders out there. You've worked in the prison systems. You have been on so many court cases. I mean, so this is something that you have seen and lived with and worked with for
Yeah.
years in your everyday life, and your husband as well.